Hello everyone, this is Husker Eurocat bringing you Madden NFL football. I welcome you back to the Cleveland Browns franchise and today's coverage of our game with the Cincinnati Bengals. Both the Browns and the Bengals come off wins for this game and would like to keep up that pace. Although the Browns have the number 1 scoring offense, the Bengals have the number 3 rush defense, so the Browns may not be able to run the ball. It sounds like passing the ball may be a better option. The Bengals have the number 5 rushing offense behind Giovanni Bernard, but they only have one problem. The Browns have the number 1 rush defense in the league. Something that might be in the Browns' best interest is starting tight end Tyler Eifert is out with a broken foot and will be out for 6 weeks. So he is going to miss this game. So that might impact their passing game, and the Browns might have to take advantage of that as well. We'll have to see how this game plays out. Both teams are ready for the kickoff, so let's send you down to the action on the field. Welcome everybody to the NFL on CBS and First Energy Stadium for the Cleveland Browns and the Cincinnati Bengals. The Bengals have won the coin toss, have decided to receive, and have it 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Dalton hands off to Bernard, and he is stuffed for a 1-yard loss. Now on 3rd and 10, Dalton is in the shotgun, completes it to Jones over the middle for a 1st down. So it's 1st and 10. Dalton goes back to pass again. It's complete again to Jones for an 8-yard gain. 3rd and 2 now. Andy Dalton drops back to pass, and it's complete over the middle to Mohamed Sanu. So it's 1st and 10 Bengals. On the 48-yard line to give it to Bernard, and he's over the 50-yard line. Now on 3rd and 3. Dalton goes back to pass, and it's intercepted by Brandon Spikes. And he's back to the Bengal 40-yard line. If we take a look at the replay, Tyler Kroft tried to grab that. It bounced off his hands and into the hands of Brandon Spikes for the interception. So now it's 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line. McCown gives to Johnson, and he's to the 30-yard line, where it's 2nd and inches. McCown goes back to pass, and it's complete to Dwayne Bowe, and he's to the 15-yard line. Make that the 14-yard line, 1st and 10. McCown gives to Duke Johnson. Spin move inside the 5. So now on 2nd and goal, McCown goes back to pass, and he's sacked outside the 10-yard line. Now on 3rd and goal, McCown goes back to pass, and it's incomplete, but there's a penalty. Defensive pass interference on Ray Maualuga. The Bengals play some excellent defense only to give it up on a defensive pass interference call. So 2nd and goal inside the 5. McCown goes back to pass, and Mostert has it at the 1. So 3rd and goal from just inside the 1. And McCown runs it in himself. Touchdown, Cleveland. Just a simple run. Nobody was covering him, and he ran at him himself. So it's 7-0 Cleveland. 1st and 10 now for the Bengals at the 25-yard line to give it to Bernard. And he gets a 2-yard gain. Now on 3rd and 8. Dalton is in the shotgun. Look out for the pressure. He's sacked by Desmond Bryant, and they'll have to punt. So the Browns have it 2nd and 10 now at their own 40-yard line. McCown drops back to pass. He scrambles out and he fumbles the football. But Gary Barnidge is there to pick it up. So that's the end of the first quarter with your score: the Cleveland Browns 7, the Cincinnati Bengals nothing. It's now 3rd and 6. McCown is in the shotgun, and he passes complete to Hawkins over the 50, but they do not give him the first down, and they have to punt. Andy Lee comes on, and he tries to pin him deep, and he does at the 6-yard line. Now it's 1st and 10. They give to Hewitt up the middle, and he's across the 10-yard line to the 12. Now 3rd and 4. Dalton goes back to pass, and it's incomplete, and they have to punt. Now McCown on 2nd and 10 from the 50-yard line. A little play action. Long pass, incomplete. Intended for Travis Benjamin. Now McCown is in the shotgun again, and he passes incomplete. So it's 4th down, and they have to punt. The Bengals have it 1st and 10 at their own 20. They give it to Giovanni Bernard, and he's to the 25-yard line. 2nd and 5. They give it to Bernard again, and he gets a first down across the 30-yard line. So now Andy Dalton goes back to pass, and it's complete to A.J. Green at the 41. 1st and 10. Andy Dalton pitches back to Giovanni Bernard. He avoids being tackled in the backfield, and he makes it across the 50-yard line before he's tackled. So now on 3rd down and 7. Dalton hands off to Hill, and he doesn't get the first down, and they have to punt. So it's 1st down Browns at the 20-yard line. Duke Johnson fumbles the football. If we take a look at the replay on this, it was a simple toss to the left side, and Dre Kirkpatrick just comes in and clocks him. But he has the presence of mind to pick up the football at the 30-yard line, and there he's tripped up. So now on 2nd and 7, Dalton goes back to pass, and it's intercepted by Tashawn Gibson inside the 10-yard line. If we take a look at this replay, Gibson just reached up there and snagged it out of the air and is tackled at the 5-yard line. So now it's 1st and 10 Browns at the 5. McCown changes the play at the line of scrimmage. And Johnson off the left side gets over the 15-yard line for a first down. So now at the 17, it's first down, another pass, and Benjamin catches it over the 25. The 27-yard line is the line of scrimmage. Mostert takes it to the right side, and he gets to the 35. So it's 3rd and 2 now. McCown hands off to Duke Johnson, and he's tackled in the backfield. And that brings us to the 2-minute warning. That gives the Bengals the football because the Browns had to punt. So now the Bengals 1st and 10 at their own 23. And Dalton throws it, and it's intercepted by Barkevius Mingo. That was a simple out route, and Mingo jumped it and came up with that interception and took it inside the 15-yard line. So now on 2nd and 8, McCown gives to Duke Johnson, and he's to the 6-yard line. 3rd and 3. The give is to Duke Johnson again, and he's stuffed in the backfield and does not get the first down. So they'll try a 25-yard field goal. Travis Coons comes on and puts it through the middle. It's 10-0 Cleveland. So now it's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Andy Dalton goes back to pass, and it's intercepted again, this time by Carlos Dansby. He was just playing center field, folks. I don't know what's happening. Andy Dalton seems to be playing for the other team. But I'd rather think that our defense is playing exceptionally well. Now on 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Mostert counters left, breaks a couple of tackles in the backfield, and gets inside the 20-yard line. So now 1st and 10. McCown goes back to pass and hits Duke Johnson out of the backfield at the 5. Uh-oh. Josh McCown is down and injured. He's holding his leg. We'll have to find out what that injury is. So here's Johnny Manziel, that is. He gets sacked. Past the 10-yard line at the 12. He goes back to pass, and it's caught in the end zone for a touchdown. If we look at the replay on this, Travis Benjamin has nice position on the defender, and it's a touchdown. It's now 17-0 Browns. So it's 1st and 10 at the 25, and Giovanni Bernard gets 2 yards, and that's halftime. With your score, the Cleveland Browns 17, the Cincinnati Bengals nothing. In looking at the halftime stats, the Browns are leading in almost every category, but not overwhelmingly so. Until you get to the interceptions. Then you have a lot of them. Count them, you have 4 in the first half alone. The defense is holding Giovanni Bernard in check as well, so their running game really isn't going all that well. The Bengals are going to have to make some changes here at halftime, and it will be interesting to see what they do for the second half. Let's take you back to the field for the second half. Welcome back, everybody, to coverage of the NFL on CBS in First Energy Stadium. The teams are ready for the second half, so let's get to the action. The Browns have the ball first. At the 20-yard line, McCown goes back to pass, and it's complete to Andrew Hawkins. On 3rd and inches, McCown changes the play, and it's a handoff to Kroll. Makes a couple of nice moves, and he's out and past the 45-yard line. First down. Now the Browns are at the 46-yard line. McCown goes back to pass. Oh, he was hit, and he's down and injured. We're going to have to find out what that injury is all about. That brings in Manziel on 2nd and 10. Drops back to pass, and it's complete to Andrew Hawkins. 3rd and short. The give is to Johnson, and he does not get the first down. So on 4th and 1, Andy Lee comes on to try and pin them deep again. And will he be able to successfully do it? It's out of bounds inside the 10 at the 6.5, almost the 7-yard line. Andy Dalton goes back to pass, and it's incomplete. So that brings up 3rd and 10 now. Andy Dalton goes back to pass again, and it's complete to Tyler Kroft. And it's 4th down, and they'll have to punt. That gives the Browns the ball on the 41 of the Bengals. And Manziel is sacked in the backfield. Now at the 46, Manziel drops back to pass again, and it's complete to the 40-yard line to Andrew Hawkins. So 3rd and 9. Manziel drops back to pass again, and it's complete to Duke Johnson. And they give him the first down at the 30-yard line. The give again is the first down to Duke Johnson, and he gets 4 yards out of it. 3rd and 6 now. Manziel play fakes to Johnson, and he's sacked at the 30-yard line. And that brings on Travis Coons for a 47-yard field goal attempt. And he kicks it away, and it's through the uprights. The kick is good, and it's 20-0. Browns. On 1st and 10, Giovanni Bernard gets it to the 30-yard line. Now on 3rd and 5, Andy Dalton tries to get it himself and fails. So they have to punt the ball away. It's now Manziel and the Browns at the 41-yard line. 1st and 10. And it will be Manziel the rest of the way. Josh McCown is being held out for the rest of the game. And Kroll gets 1 yard. So it's 2nd and 9. Mostert gets the carry up the middle, over the 50-yard line for first down. And that's the end of the 3rd quarter. 20-0 is your score. Cleveland Browns on top. Manziel brings them to the line on 2nd and 9 now. And it's complete to Andrew Hawkins. And defensive interference is called on Dre Kirkpatrick. And it's accepted. So it's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Manziel goes back to pass. It's incomplete, sailed over the offense and defense. Now on 3rd and 10 from the full house set. Manziel goes back to pass, and it's complete to Gary Barnage inside the 20-yard line. Now on 3rd and 12, can the Browns convert? Manziel goes back to pass, and it's going for the end zone. It's incomplete, intended for Gary Barnage. That brings on Travis Coons for another field goal. 36-yard try, and it's through the uprights. Good. And it's 23-0. Cleveland. Now 1st and 10 at the 10-yard line. Dalton gives off to Hewitt and gets 2 yards. Now on 3rd and 8, Dalton is back to pass, and it's complete to A.J. Green, and he's over the 50-yard line. So on 1st and 10, Dalton hands off to Bernard up the middle, and he gets over the 45 to the 42-yard line. 2nd and 5, Dalton goes back to pass, and it's complete to Marvin Jones. 3rd and 10 now at the 30-yard line, and it's complete to A.J. Green for a 1st down at the 20-yard line. Now inside the red zone, Andy Dalton hands off to Jeremy Hill, and he's to the 15-yard line. 2nd and 6. Dalton drops back to pass, and it's complete to Bernard for a short gain, leaving 3rd and 6. Dalton goes back to pass and gets it away just before Brakevius Mingo gets him in the backfield. On 4th down, he completes it to Marvin Jones, but it's short. Turnover on downs. The 2nd string is now in, and that's 3rd string quarterback Austin Davis. And on 2nd and 6, he tries to hand off to Mostert, but he gets tackled in the backfield. So on 3rd and 11, he goes back to pass, and it's intercepted by George Iloka. And he's tackled inside the 25 at the 24-yard line. Now on 2nd and 10, it looks like the Bengals are going to get a second chance at this. And Marvin Jones catches it for the touchdown. 23 yards on the catch for the score. And they're going for a 2-point conversion on this. And Giovanni Bernard walks into the end zone untouched. The Bengals try for an onside kick, and Ace Sanders comes up with it and is injured in the process. An injury to his leg, so we'll have to find out what that injury is all about as well. So it's 1st and 10. And Kroll takes it for a very minimal gain of only 1. That brings us to the 2-minute warning. Now on 3rd down and 8. Davis gives off to Duke Johnson, and he only gets a couple. That brings on Andy Lee, and he's going to try and pin them deep. Can he do it? That's inside the 10-yard line again at the 7. And the Bengals will start yet again deep in their own territory. Andy Dalton goes back, standing in his own end zone, completes it to A.J. Green over the 15-yard line. The Bengals go no huddle. Dalton is in the shotgun again, goes back to pass. He's hit in the backfield, but completes the pass to A.J. Green at the 34. And they continue to go no huddle. Andy Dalton back to pass again, and it's intercepted. Pierre Desir might have a pick six on his hand, and he is tackled. And he's injured on the play. We have a number of players to find out what their injury status is now. And that takes us to the end of the ball game, where your score is the Cleveland Browns 23 and the Cincinnati Bengals 8. Statistically speaking, this game was close, offensively anyway. While the Browns' starting quarterback was on the field, they were doing very well. But once that element was gone, it seemed they were mediocre at best. But the defense, now the defense. Talk about having a banner day. They held the number 5 rushing offense in the league to just 61 yards on the ground, 140 yards through the air, and 5 interceptions. What a performance. It's a really good thing that Johnny Manziel is not the Browns' starting quarterback, because if he were, then I have a feeling that the Browns would have a completely different outcome in their season. Duke Johnson has reached a milestone in his season which is not particularly good. 10 fumbles this season. I don't know as though I'd be proud of that, but maybe it's time to give someone else a shot at the running back position. I said a couple of weeks ago that I thought it would be nice if the defense could create a couple of more turnovers, and buddy, did they come through in a big way today with 5 interceptions. Can anybody tell me how we can just bottle this defense for a game that we really, truly need a superior defensive effort? There were a number of injuries in today's game. How did those turn out? Well, everybody's active for our next game, so all those injuries must have been fairly slight. Speaking of our next game, who's up next for the Cleveland Browns? That would be the San Francisco 49ers when they come calling to play in First Energy Stadium. The 49ers have the number 6 rushing offense behind Colin Kaepernick, Reggie Bush, and Carlos Hyde. They also boast the number 7 passing defense in the league behind Navarro Bowman, Eric Reed, and Antoine Bethea. So the Browns may have a more difficult time in the pass game than usual. This will definitely be a good test for that number 3 pass offense. After week number 13, what do the standings look like in the NFL? We see that the Detroit Lions are the number 1 team in the NFL. Do you know how long it's been, folks, since the Detroit Lions have been number 1 in anything? I don't know. I can't remember. Don't get me wrong, they've had some good seasons, but number 1? That's like saying the Browns are number 1. Quite a turnaround, folks. The Patriots are a game ahead of the Browns in the AFC, and the Browns are 1 game ahead of the Steelers and the Colts in the AFC North. I thought I'd let you go ahead and see the rest of the season for the Browns. We already know that they're going to play the 49ers next week, but then they're going to have 2 games away, and that is the Seahawks and the Chiefs, and their last game at home against the Pittsburgh Steelers. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, and if you would like to be notified when there is a new one, subscribe by clicking on my icon at the end of the video. Thank you for joining me for coverage of the Cleveland Browns franchise in our game with the Cincinnati Bengals. And be with me in my next episode when I'll bring you coverage of the San Francisco 49ers versus the Cleveland Browns in First Energy Stadium. Until we see you then, have a good day, everyone.